Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Simtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today, we are working on a brand new limited pack starter home as part of my starter home series. If you haven't been following along, we've done a few of these now. There is a full playlist, so if you guys want to binge watch that a little bit, that would be so cool. If you're curious, of course. But today, we are doing eco lifestyle and base game only, so we are in the world of Evergreen Harbor. I don't typically build in this world unless I'm doing an apartment, so to challenge myself a little bit, I decided to try a container home. I've never done one of these before, but I actually had so much fun with it. So I did have a few like reference pictures that I kind of took from here and from there, and it was a lot of fun. Right now, we only have like one story, but it does end up being a two-story like container home stack kind of situation. And yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun. The color scheme is going to change a little bit, but we keep the green. It's pretty much changing now. It's pretty much green and white all over the exterior. The interior is when we get a little more funky with the colors, so I can't wait to show you guys that in just a little bit. More on this series, I'm not really tackling the worlds in any kind of order, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. This one in particular was voted on by my community over on Instagram. We have a little broadcast channel over there, so I put up a poll and a ton of you voted, and I loved hearing your thoughts. We had a few different worlds to pick from, so like Windenburg I think was one. I forget what else it was. It was a while ago, like a few weeks, but we're finally here and we're finally sharing it. Okay, but taking a step back, this green is super pretty. I am just in love with this green. I want it everywhere in my real house. Okay, but I had no idea it existed, especially in this game. I mean, I've seen these wallpapers and things many times, but I never really like tried to use them or explored the different swatches and all that good stuff. So it was really fun. I really enjoyed doing this limited pack build. I've been enjoying doing them all pretty much because I get to explore items that I don't typically use while also working on a budget. Now, I do want to say, I did forget the bathroom at first. It's a funny story, and you may have seen I kind of have a layout already. So I finished this build, and I was feeling so proud, guys. So extremely proud. I was like, I love this build. I love the interior, mostly, but I really love this build. Okay, and I was like, awesome, I finished it, and it was like Sunday night, and I was like, well, I gotta go make some dinner. Awesome. So I'm there cooking up dinner, chopping some potatoes, and then I was like, I haven't put in a bathroom. And I was like, oh no. So I do come back and I have to like finagle things a little bit because one, I was pretty much out of simoleons, at least the simoleons that I allowed myself. It seems like I am not understanding how starter homes work. Maybe one of you could explain it down below for me a little bit, but my impression is that the lot and the build together need to equal 20k simoleons for like a single sim starting out. That is our budget. So when I moved Johnny Zest onto this lot, I made sure I cheated his money into whatever it would have been with minus the price of the lot, right? So I don't know, is that wrong? Or should I just be counting the 20 simoleons and call it a day? Because at the end of the day, this home on the gallery is about 18,000 simoleons. And that's pretty much where my other starter homes were kind of landing. So maybe my thoughts on whatever the pricing is completely wrong. But we have moved on to the interior, and right now we're trying to figure out the kitchen. I started putting it on this side, but we switch it to the other side in just a little bit and kind of use that door that I put on the side as like a backsplash, you know? And where I have these counters now is where the bathroom ends up, but you guys are going to see that way later. We use these base game counters. I really like this green. Like, I don't know, those base game counters I've talked about pretty often. I don't like them. I try not to use them very often, but I didn't think any other like counters would work in here. We have the more like run down ones, but I felt like this was more of a high end starter home in a container, you know? Like, you saved all your money on the fact that it's a container that you're literally living in. So you should have some nicer furniture, maybe some nicer cabinetry, and appliances are definitely not the cheapest ones. And I say that now, but I use that really cheap bed from Eco Lifestyle and this kind of like handmade couch and some of these handmade desk, and I get one of those handmade bookshelves. So I don't know, it's kind of like a mix and match kind of vibe, but I really like it. But what really took me by surprise are these curtains. Now, I always knew I really liked the Eco Lifestyle curtains, and for a while before we got some of like the newer curtain options in game, these were literally the best ones, right? But putting this red orange like swatch in here and matching it with the green, something about it I just loved. Okay, I can't explain it, but then at one point, especially after I was working on the bedroom a little bit, I was like, is it too Christmas? Like, it's giving Christmas. You guys are gonna have to tell me, and maybe it didn't help putting those green and red aprons in here. It kind of like brought it all together, and I don't know, it kind of looks Christmas to me, but in the best way possible, if that makes sense. Anyway, here we are just getting that bookshelf I talked about. I kept going back and forth between that orange reddish one to this like blue green one, and we figure it out. When we get to like the screened in part, I really like that spot. It brings in so much light to the build, which I think is very important. But we do get like that candle making station in there, because I feel like if you're starting off here in Evergreen Harbor, you probably want to do more of like the maker type activities and things that come with it. And I thought about the fizzing station, but it was too big. So we nixed that and opt for the candle making station, which I never did until today. I actually tested it out, so that was super fun. And I was like, wait, I need to get bits and I need to get wax and I need to do all this stuff. It's crazy, but I can see how people would enjoy doing it, you know? So you have that option here. If you want to do the fizzing station, you can definitely put it outside or make this spot bigger as you earn more money. But we also have like this little seating area here, which I thought was cute. And we put that drink tray there. So you have like items, you have things. This is very well furnished in my opinion for a starter home. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit, but hopefully I'm not jinxing it, because I totally did forget the bathroom. Like, even at this point, I was not thinking about how your sim was going to shower, use the toilet, or anything. It was not on my mind, to be honest. But out here is what I'm deeming to be like the official dining space. Because there's not really any room inside unless you use the desk that is in there. I could have very easily just like gotten rid of the desk. But we do have this nice platform right out here, so might as well use it, you know, put it to some use. But oh, this wall art, I've never looked at those swatches before. They're so cute. It's like puzzly like artwork thing, I don't know. So I opted for the chicken one because it's got some red tones in there, so I thought it matched pretty well inside. And yeah, that was so much fun. Outside here we're again using greens and reds, totally cool. And yeah, we're going to get to the landscaping in a little bit, but there are some things that I had to delete, of course, when I moved on to the bathroom. you may have seen the solar panel that is laying out in the yard, because I was like, I need to get a solar panel. It's eco lifestyle, right? Yeah, no, I needed that money for a bathroom, so I got rid of that, but there is a place for it. So if you do choose to like move in here and get your sim to like save up some money and want to go that route with the solar panel, then you already have a spot built in. Yay! Up here is the bedroom. It's really small and really tiny, which I think is all you really need. We do manage to get a dresser up here, and we have this like little art piece that I'm using as kind of like a headboard. This dresser was the perfect shade of red to go with our green and make it even more Christmas feeling. That was literally the moment where I was like, is it Christmas? It might be, but who cares? I like it. Yeah, it's really simple. There's also a mirror up here and very little clutter, but you have enough like skill building things and decoration, and it just looks homey to me, honestly. I really do like it. If you guys have made it this far in the video, you guys are the real MVP. Now we're going to get into the real nitty gritty. The Sims team owes us a new roadmap. Okay, I just literally watched it today, the last one, and I ticked off everything we've gotten already. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth right now because I'm recording this Monday night. And there's still plenty of time for The Sims to announce something before you actually see this video. So maybe I'm coming back and being like, oops, they did release something. So we should be hearing something, I imagine, because we do have The Sims 10, or not The Sims 4. Just this generation of game has a big anniversary coming up. So if we don't hear anything in the next couple of days, I would be very weirded out, you know? Anyway, back here, we're starting on the landscaping. I didn't know what to do with the back of this lot, so I put some concrete and some gravel with terrain paint, and I think I stick like a debug truck back here, thinking like maybe your sim can just park over here if they have a car. Maybe they wouldn't have a car if they're like eco conscious or whatever. Plus they have a bike. Maybe they have a bike and a car, and they only use the car when they're going on like those longer road trips or further destinations, you know what I mean? But here is where we have the solar panel, and it's got it's got a nice path. I actually like hit my dog's dog tag because it's hanging over on my mic, and that's probably a bad place for it, but I don't care. Anyway, we are getting the landscaping. We've got a lot of debug bushes from base game, and yeah, we get, of course, my favorite flat garden path stone to create the walkway going up to the stairs. But overall, the landscaping I feel is pretty simplistic. Obviously, I didn't have too many simoleons to play with, and I just don't think there's too much to be done here as far as the landscaping goes. We do end up using some more terrain paint to get like some flower in the grass and kind of give that a little more dimension, or try to anyway. So you guys are just gonna have to let me know how you think that came out. And yeah, at this point, I still have no idea that I forgot the bathroom. I have no clue. Yikes, I can't believe it. But it happens, I guess, to the best of us. And don't worry, we fix it, because you're gonna see that soon. But right now we're getting more terrain paint and just kind of trying to make this look a little nicer without making it look overgrown, because I just don't think this lot needs to be overgrown. After this experience, though, I definitely do want to give my hand again at more container homes, possibly in the future. Maybe some that aren't starter homes, maybe some that are starter homes, but have more packs and all those things. So if you guys enjoy it, I will definitely do more of this. I wanted to make sure there was some more like activities here for planters and things, but those also end up going. So your sim can just plant right into the ground, you know, at least until you save up enough for planters. And I thought about more seeding. I was like, why do I have so much money? What is happening? So this is where I was like, I'm done. And this is where I was like, I need a bathroom. So we're going to try and figure out where this is going to go right now. And that's when I just move this over and kind of try and make it blend in a little bit. So I think it works out. It's all, you know, fun and games. That one pillar kept deleting on me, but we end up getting that back in. And yeah, I don't know. You're going to see a lot of this in more detail. We're going to do another little walkthrough tour. So if you guys are enjoying that, please let me know, or I would love to, you know, just hear any of your feedback. But in this 3-tile bathroom, we only fit a toilet and a shower. I know right now it's a sink, but I totally forgot that I needed a shower. Okay, like I was losing it. But you have the sink in the kitchen to use, so that's what you get, because we don't have 1-tile showers. But this is a wrap for our speed build portion. I'm gonna see you really soon, because we're gonna jump into live mode and we're gonna look at the build from that perspective. Okay, now that we have a bathroom, we can finally hop into live mode here. Today we have Johnny Zest, and luckily for us, he has some needs to take care of. So we are going to kind of let him do his thing, and we're going to see if this build actually works by getting some food here. I think we're going to just make some, I want to make sure he does something like chopping and with the oven, so I think vegetable dumplings will work out there. This build, I think, came out pretty cute. I really do like the space out here, so you have some extra seating options, because you don't really have a dining space in here. Over here is where I think that solar panel could go if you choose to add it back, but Johnny is uncomfortable because he is hungry, but he looks like he's doing okay cooking, so we're gonna take it as a win. So you enter here, right? I love this little patio space. We're gonna zoom out a little bit, but you can make your own candles. I figure that's important for an eco lifestyle build. Another seating area, and we've got the interior here. Johnny's cooking away. I do want to mention we do have this gap here above because technically that's a door piece, so it's kind of like cutting into the wall a little bit, but I used tool to size it down to make it look better. So just so you guys know. But as Johnny keeps cooking, we do have a little TV spot here. I also noticed that this bike handle is coming right through the window. Apologies for that. Yeah, we have our little TV here, nice cow plant poster, and of course our living space. And Johnny is gonna go sit. Oh, he's gonna actually go sit at the little dining space. Isn't that sweet? All of these options, and that's where he went. Over here, we have a little office space. There's no computer, obviously, but I really like this little kitchen, or this little chicken art piece here. That is nice. And then back here is just our 3-tile bathroom. We've got a toilet. I didn't paint the walls. I'll fix that. And then our shower. So it's just a, you know, very simple one. Eco Lifestyle doesn't have the single tile shower, so we got that. But you have a sink out here. But what is Johnny doing? Is he gonna clean? I think he's gonna clean, because I want to show you the bedroom real quick. So Johnny is going to come up to the loft space with this ladder. I love this ladder swatch. I'm in love. Alright, we're gonna go through some walls, but don't mind me. And up here is the bedroom. I carried over like the green and red color scheme from downstairs, which I really liked, plus like some of this blue here. Earlier Johnny did like scooch over to the other side of this bed, so hopefully that works in your game. He might be going to test the bathroom, but I'm pretty sure that that is functional. So yeah, there's one other thing I wanted to make sure we test out before we upload to the gallery. I wanted to make sure this is functional. I have actually never made a candle or anything. I need wax. 1 second. Okay, I went and I got some wax from the build menu. So once he puts that in his inventory, we'll be able to do this. We should. Yes, we can. Awesome. Let's do it. It looks like it's going to be functional, so that is really exciting. Alright guys, it looks like we are all set here. This build is completely functional. Johnny is going to make his own candle here, so hopefully he doesn't hurt himself too bad. Oops. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and why not just ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on our next video. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a very fantastic day. Bye!